For more on the scholar transport strike today, we are now joined by Gauteng Department of Transport spokesperson Lesiba Mpya, and he joins us now via our video link. Mr. Mpya, thank you so much for your time this evening here in SABC News. I mean, let's start off here. Just yesterday, you held an Operation Blitz in the Lenasia area in the south of Johannesburg, and this, of course, resulted in more than 60 vehicles being impounded by the transport sector. Now, because of that issue, we saw today a strike ensuing and a number of learners not being able to go to school. What is your reaction as the Transport Department in Gauteng?
Thank you very much for the opportunity, Mbali, and good evening to your viewers. We must categorically say that as government, we are a listening government. A people-centered government that listens to the grievances across the board. But we must say that what was done today by the scholar transport operators is distasteful and definitely regrettable. Children missed school today because people refused to be held accountable. Child could not write their spelling test. This is going to be in the record of these children for the rest of their lives, that today they were marked absent because someone refused that their vehicle that is unroadworthy, that is a hazard to other motorists, including these children, was taken off the road. We see that as defiance, as a disregard of the law, a perpetual tendency of people who want to actually, treat these laws with impunity. And as this government, we have taken a very tough stance on lawlessness. We have definitely taken, a very, meticulous and aggressive stance against those that are not going to respect the laws of this country. So it's definitely regrettable and unfortunate.
And how do you resolve this matter that come Monday, that we don't find ourselves in this position, and to ensure that pupils do get to school and are able to be in classrooms?
So yesterday, after the blitz, the MEC for Roads and Transport in Gauteng, MEC Giliboni Dialet-Labella, within that short space of time, was able to organize contingents. There were buses that were parked, ready to take each and every child. And indeed, we can report to the country that not even a single child, of whatever age, was not taken home yesterday. This is after 60 cars were missing off the road. So the state has capacity. But what we don't want to do is to act as if the state is making these interventions to take business away from these business people. And we want to treat them as such. But when you run a business, you need to understand that Section 49 of the National Road Traffic Act expects of you, it puts an obligation of you to actually make sure that your vehicle is roadworthy, is fit and proper for ferrying passengers. In particular, these kids are not going to take chances about the future of this country. We are going to, exercise these, raids up until we get our act together as stakeholders in the transport industry. So we look forward to a conversation. I've heard that they are ready to have a conversation with government. Definitely, the government's doors are always open. But what we are not going to take is a situation where we must bend over for someone to actually operate with the unroadworthy vehicles. That is not going to happen.
And Mr. Mpya, as much as this has been welcomed by some quarters, but at the same time there is the criticism that says that you are a government that's more reactionary than one that is proactive. I mean, this issue has been there for many years. It's no new phenomenon, and because of what took place on Monday, it's now the only time where the Gauteng transport or transport sector as a whole in the country is now putting this matter under the spotlight.
Look, I agree with the notion that we are, a government that is acting up on lawlessness. What we are not agreeing with is the fact that we are reactionary. We can give you reports dating as far back as February 2025, where you can see that we have been definitely intensifying operation all across the province, vehicles that are commonly known as moving coffins, especially those that are in the scholar transport industry and the taxi industry. But what we love about and what we want to appreciate about the taxi industry is that they have been coming forth, initiating campaigns such as Hlokomela, such as Ndlelantle, to make sure that their vehicles are actually fit and proper for the road. We are calling for the same approach on the scholar transport industry. We cannot negotiate the law. It's non-negotiable. We are calling for these stakeholders that are very important stakeholders that actually perform a very important function for government and its people, sparing these children to school to actually get their act together, get their vehicles in shape, and then transport the future of this country. They are a very important bridge between parents and teachers. So you can understand that we are not willing to take a chance with them. They have got to be getting their act together in terms of the driver behavior, as well as the roadworthiness of their vehicles.